नमस्ते बिटिया। हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। ऑनलाइन डिजिटल लेक्चर की सीरीज में आज हम एक नया टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं, जो कि है बोनिगसंस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, मटेरिया मेडिका एंड रिपर्टरी बाय बोगर, which we call as BBCR. So before starting this lecture, I will like to say that we are all proud to be part of the best women's university in India, that is JVWU Jaipur. And I welcome you all in the repertory class on this digital version 2.0 at JVWU platform as per schedule provided by the university, which is having the best homeopathic college in Jaipur. Hope the lecture will satisfy your quest for knowledge. Please listen carefully and drop your queries in comment box, which I will answer in the problem solving session. So what type of repertory is BBCR? It's a type of general repertory. General repertory means from head to toe. It's covering all the systems, all the parts of the body. It comes under the classification of logico-utilitarian repertory, which means that rubrics are broken from language into words in such a way that it is logical and the utility of them increases. The philosophy it's based on is doctrine of inductive logic, that is from particular to general. Now the history of evolution of Boger's repertory. किस किस तरीके से इसका विकास हुआ उसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे. While Dr. Boger was practicing in US, he understood the difficulties faced by the practitioner in the selection of remedy from the materia medica. Finding that practitioner had to depend on faulty translation of the repertory of Antisoric, he took up task of translating the repertory of Antisoric in year 1899. He took up the work of rewriting Bonninghausen repertory by adding new chapter, new rubric, new medicines, thus expanding it and giving it a corrected form, a refined form known as BBCR. Even after the publication of the first edition of BBCR, he continued to work on repertory, but he could not survive to see the publication of the second edition of his repertory. So the second edition was published posthumously, that means after his death. Later, the manuscripts were published by the assistance of his wife by Roy and Company of India in 1937. So this edition, which was published in India, is the first Indian edition of Boger's repertory. The second Indian edition was also brought by Roy and Company in the year 1952. Third edition was published by Bejan Publishers in the year 1972. So all these editions are the reprint of second edition of Boger's repertory, which was published in the year 1937. Now the philosophical background of Boger's repertory. Actually, Boger creditably resuscitated Bonninghausen's work. उन्होंने बोनिगसन वर्क को रिवाइव किया, उनकी कमियों को दूर किया. So he followed the same doctrines like doctrine of complete symptom and the same methodology. Boger subscribed to the principle of totality of symptom, which was originally given by Hahnemann. His work is based on following fundamental concepts. So these are the doctrines which he followed. Number one, doctrine of complete symptom. Number two, doctrine of pathological generals. Number three, doctrine of causation and time. Number four, doctrine of clinical rubrics. Number five, evaluation of remedies in 5 grades. Number six, fever totality. And the number seven is concordances or the relationship of remedies. So in the doctrine of complete symptom, he followed same as by Dr. Bonigason. That is, the symptom should comprise of 4 components: location, sensation, modalities, and concomitants. If you talk about the doctrine of pathological generals, this is something new which Dr. Boger added over the Bonigason's work. So Boger gave importance to general changes in the tissues and parts of the body which happens during disease process and which is also a part of individuality as per him. Pathological changes tell us the state of whole body and its changes in relation to the constitution. Therefore, they are also important. Some constitutions are prone to some pathological changes in some parts of the body, which gives that person an individuality. So it becomes important for homeopathic point of view. So the next doctrine is the doctrine of causation and time. Causation, treating patient based on causation is always important, and time modalities are always or most of the times so peculiar that they help to solve the case. So every chapter in his repertory is followed by sub-chapters on time, aggravation, amelioration, concomitants. Section on aggravation contains many causative factors. And according to Dr. Boger, causative factors are very useful for finding out semelemum in the shortest possible time. So next emphasis Dr. Boger gave on clinical rubrics. Because this repertory was published in an era in which clinical and pathological development was very much enhanced. Therefore, just to update it according to time, he added clinical rubrics. So this is all in BBCR part 1. Now we will discuss rest of the things in part 2 and part 3. So at the end of this session, I would like to give you uh, an assignment which consists of a subjective type of question. So you have to answer what various distinct chapters does BBCR contain? What various distinct chapters does BBCR contain and how hemophilia will be searched in this repertory? How the rubric hemophilia will be searched in this repertory and what various distinct chapters does BBCR contain? So you have to answer this. The time limit is half an hour and the question carries 10 marks. So thank you all. See you again with next lecture. Take care of your health. Until then, goodbye.